about like the shower routine and people like showering, people not showering, people going weeks and months without showering. Salam Beauties and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamila. If you're new here, I create modest fashion, beauty, and lifestyle content here on my channel, as well as IG and TikTok. So be sure to follow me, as well as subscribe and turn on your notification bell. Okay, so today we're gonna have a girl chat. I've never done this before on my channel. I've wanted to do it in the past and just, I don't know, was kind of like a little bit scared to do it. But I got so many good topics and questions from people on my Instagram, and I figured, why not? Let's do a little girl chat. So right here I have some coffee with obviously a lot of creamer in it, because that's the only way I'm gonna drink my coffee. Period. Like, it gotta taste, it gotta be sweet. So yeah, I have that. Get cozy or whatever, and stay tuned for all these topics that they told me to talk about. So the first topic I have is talking to a friend ex. I feel like if you are in a strong relationship and you're still talking to your ex, like, what are we doing? I mean, a lot of people do say like they can be friends with their ex, or like they feel like they could be on good terms with their ex. I think there's a big difference between the two. Like, if you have a ex, right, that you're still claiming to be your friend, what is it exactly that y'all would be talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would y'all be talking about? What would y'all be doing? Like, what would y'all be, you know, like, I understand being cordial with an ex, like if you see them out somewhere, not acting like you don't know them, but being like, oh, hey, what's up, whatever. Especially depending on the types of terms that you guys ended on and stuff like that. But whew, for me personally, I don't talk to any of my exes. I would never talk to any of my exes like as friends, like because I just feel like what is there to talk about? Why are we still talking? That makes no sense. Like, what if I consider someone my friend, right? If you're my friend, I want to hang out with you. I want to talk to you. I want to see you. Like, you're my friend. How could I ever consider an ex a friend? I can't do none of that with you. Because a lot of times, some exes be still having feelings. Or when you're with that person and you're claiming to be their friend, like, feelings, I feel like no matter what, those feelings kind of like come back. Like, you start to remember things. You start to remember the times like you guys were together and stuff like that. An ex can never be my friend. Like, that's just not happening. Like, it just logically, it doesn't make any sense. Like, what are we really talking about? And what are we really being friends for? I just feel like you shouldn't be doing that, especially if you've moved on. Even if you don't have like someone new that you're talking to and you're still single in the moment or whatever, if you don't intend on going down that road again with that person, of like talking to them again or like being in a relationship with them again, like, there's no point of y'all to be talking. That's just my personal opinion. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, because whew, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do no exes as friends. Like, that's dead. Let me see what else the girls have asked. Talk about cutting off toxic relationships. So I think they meant like toxic relationships in general, whether that's with a boyfriend, girlfriend, a spouse, maybe like a friend. Definitely gotta cut it off. One thing about it is, I don't want anybody in my life that wholeheartedly is showing me that they don't want to be in it. Like, people will show you. Like, people will be like, how do you know if this person is toxic? Or how do you know if your friend is toxic? Whatever. You'll feel that energy. You'll feel, and you'll start to see shifts in their behaviors and things that they do, or just how they treat you and talk to you, that they don't really with you for real. Like, they don't mess with you for real. And I've had a couple of those types of relationships that were toxic that, to be honest, I wasn't able to see at first. But then I'm like, other people are telling me that they see it, and then it's like it opened my eyes to know, like, okay, this person is not for me. But sometimes it takes other people seeing it before you see it, which kind of sucks. But you look back and you're like, oh yeah, they did this, or yeah, they did that, and it's kind of like, damn, I didn't even peep it. Especially if you're someone that has a big heart or someone that really cares about people, and you just start to notice, like, all right, this person clearly doesn't care about me. And it'll be small stuff, like they stop coming around as much, they might stop texting you as much, they might do something to you that's grimy. And when I say grimy, I mean like something that's really messed up, not coming to your birthday, or like not even not coming to your birthday, because there could be valid reasons for that, but you know, just doing something that's really messed up to you, and you gotta cut them off. Like, it just has to happen. And I just feel like with any relationship, whether that's friendship, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, like literally, like not every relationship is meant to go into the next season of your life, and you need to figure out who those people are and be able to be like, all right, it's not no bad blood or whatever, because some relationships end like that where there's no bad blood, but you kind of just have to let that person go and kind of love them from afar. And honestly, it's nothing like super personal. It's just like you have to do what's best for you and best for your mental health and best for your growth when you let certain people go. And I just think that's a part of life. There's been so many relationships that for me had to end. There's been so many relationships where people have stopped talking to me and, you know, either explain the reason or decide that they don't want to explain the reason. And sometimes it just be like that, and it hurts, especially when you lose those friend relationships, especially when you're close to someone. Those be cutting deep. Those be cutting so deep when it's somebody that, you know, you love, somebody that you were always around, and then to find out like this is really how they felt. And for me, like, yeah, some of them hurt, and then others I just had to take it as a lesson. Like, okay, I need to really not mess with people that have this type of character trait, or I need to really focus on myself right now and not try to like put anybody new into my life. And I feel like with relationships and friendships, those are like super important, and for me personally, it's super important to me. So if I call you my friend, and I'm not talking about bro sis, because people use those things a lot, but I'm talking about my friend, somebody that I talk to, somebody that I've told deep things to, somebody that I've hung around. You've been to my house, I've been to your house. Someone that I hit up to talk about things, or someone that, like, you know, I'm just around and I want to be around you and I want to be in your space. Like, I don't take those type of relationships lightly. Like, if you're my friend, you're my friend. So like when things happen and you just get that toxicity from that person, or like you get, or they do something to you that you feel like, you know, you can't really come back from, or like y'all talk about it but it's still like lingering, then you need to make a decision on whether you want to be that person's friend anymore. Like, you need to make a decision whether you want to be with that person or you want that person to be your friend. Like, a choice has to be made, and sometimes those choices are extremely hard, but extremely necessary. So that is my take on that. All right, another one that I got was, is it important to maintain friendships even though you're in a serious relationship or you're married? This one is a big one that I think a lot of people talk about, but not a lot of people make an effort to do. And for me personally, like, before I met my spouse, before I met Tawheed, before I was in any type of relationship, I had friends, I had sisters, I had brothers, right? I had people that are close to me. And I think it's super, super important, if not necessary, to have friendships outside of your spouse. And for them to also have friendships outside of you. You know, like at the end of the day, it can be my man, my man, my man, right? Like it can be my man, my man, my man. But if something goes south with your man or with your girl or with your spouse, whatever, and you didn't nurture those relationships or you didn't nurture those friendships while you were with them, you kind of like, I don't even know how best to put it, but you kind of like asked out. Because at the end of the day, if I have a spouse or if I'm with somebody serious and I just don't maintain those friendships with people that I love and people that have known me forever or people that have known me without this person, like you kind of have nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like your spouse can't be the only one that you share a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean like, again, back to that first topic of like talking to your ex or being friends with your ex or being friends with someone that they're not okay with, but like having genuine like girl friendships, you know, that were important to you and upholding those anyway. Like I have single friends, I have friends that are talking to someone to potentially marry. I have friends that do whatever they want, be chilling, doing whatever they want. I have friends that are very much single, and I just feel like it's important to still uphold those friendships and nurture them. You know, like these are people that were with you before your spouse. I just feel like the loyalty has to like, you know, be there. And of course, don't get me wrong, because I know there's the people that's like, well, I married my man and my man comes first. Girl, I am not knocking that, okay? I'm not knocking that at all. Like, do you when it comes to that? Because I'll be the first one to be like, my man, my man. So, period. I feel like we've developed a good, like, having separate, I don't want to say separate lives, but just having a life outside of your spouse and not just like so intertwined with that person that you don't have like a space and relationships and friendships of your own, you know? So I think that's a great question, a great topic. The next one I got was balancing work, life, gym, and marriage. Y'all, let me sip some of this. Yo, balancing life, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Balancing life is not easy, right? It's not something that is easy. It's something that requires work. It's something that requires dedicated time to each thing, right? So for me, I love going to the gym. I'm also married. I also work. I'm also a content creator. There's also life in the middle of all of that. And I think just taking a day at a time and figuring out what works for you is how you're able to balance your life, right? So for me, I'm Muslim, so a lot has to be at the center of my life for it to even feel balanced for me, right? So prioritizing my relationship with Allah, doing my best to be closer to him and to do things that I know that will make me closer to him. So whether that's taking a Quran class or taking an Arabic class or making sure I pray on time 5 times a day, just anything that on a day-to-day I can do to make me feel balanced is what I'm gonna do, right? Then it's like you kind of have to take out time for the other things that you want to do, like going to the gym. Work is a priority, making time for that. And a lot of things have worked for me and a lot of things haven't worked for me. So I started using a planner in the beginning of this year and then stopped using it, right? Do I see a major difference? Yes. Do I want to use a planner again and build out my calendar, stuff like that? Yes. So that's something I definitely plan on doing in this new year, 2023, is just getting back on a planner, getting back into like you know, really writing things down and having like a calendar, etc. I feel like it just really helps to balance my life even more. But for me, what I've been doing right now towards the end of the year is just really just blocking out times and days that I know that I want to do things. So for the gym, for example, if I know I want to go to the gym 3 days a week, I'm going to choose those 3 days, and no matter what, I'm going to show up on those 3 days, right? So for me, that can look like Monday, Tuesday, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I say I'm gonna go to the gym. If I can't make it to the gym, or I feel like I can't make it to the gym, I might do a home workout, right? Or I might wear my watch and decide to go for like a walk or like a jog or something like that. But it's really just dedicating certain times to do certain things and being willing to adapt when kind of like life gets in the way, because there's always life things that happen, things that come up that you did not plan for. You did not write it in your calendar. You did not write it on your planner. And you still got to kind of figure out how to get it done and how to still feel balanced. So that's a great question too. And I think that's something that everyone's kind of learning how to do, and kind of like trying to have that discipline and consistency to always show up for each and everything in your life. And the last one was marriage. And I feel like that is like a key part for me now as someone who's married, that you gotta really like show up, because all of these life things can get in the way to where your spouse or your whoever you're with is on the back burner, or you're just not as attentive as you could be. And it takes a conscious effort to prioritize someone and making sure that you're spending quality time, making sure that you're, you know, loving them in their love language. And it's just so important. And I think you kind of can get lost in the sauce sometimes. It's easy to get lost in the sauce. For me, what has worked, I can only speak from my situation, but it's just like finding that one day a week that you guys can come together, either talk or have a date night, or just like doing certain things together. For like I said before, like praying 5 times a day. Maybe the time that we are together, we can choose what salahs we want to do together and stuff like that. Whatever, you gotta kind of just like make it work and do what's best for your situation in your life. I know that I know like there's a lot of different moms that follow me, or a lot of moms that like watch my videos, and I can't imagine what that's gonna be like as a mom. And again, that'll be something else that I would have to learn how to balance. And I think that's just part of life. Like, things are gonna happen, things are gonna come up, there's gonna be life changes, and you kind of have to bring it all back and figure out how it can work. You know, just finding those systems that kind of work for you. And I think sometimes that's kind of fun. Like, sometimes that's kind of like, all right, like a new challenge for me to like figure out. That's just me anyway. But yeah, I think it's kind of cool to kind of like figure out and just maneuver. All right. So the last one I'm gonna do on this is feminine hygiene. So y'all, it's been very important to wash your, let me stop. Nah, there's so many like different videos and stuff going around about like the shower routine, and people like showering, people not showering, people going weeks and months without showering. If you dirty, just say if you dirty, just say that. Cause what? You going a week without taking a shower? I don't know. I couldn't do it. But anyways, feminine hygiene is very important, obviously, to make sure you got everything together down there. I actually want to do a maintenance video of like all the things I do to like take care of myself and stuff. That'll come. Let me know if y'all want to see that in the comments. It can come. But anyways, as a woman, okay, we have a lot of parts. We have a lot of parts that require them to be washed, okay? And not necessarily with soap, but we all have a vagina, right? So For me, when it comes to showers and stuff, I gotta shower at least once a day. Okay, whether that's morning or night. I really love taking morning showers because I feel like it wakes me up. As a married woman, if you're Muslim, you know we have to take many showers just from like doing the do. We have to take many showers when it comes to that. But anyways, I like a nice simple shower routine. Like I use very minimal products when it comes to using it up there. Up there should really just be water, y'all. Y'all should not be putting, they got a lot of stuff. They got a lot of stuff that they be making these girls think that they need to be putting up their vagina. Your vagina cleans itself, okay? You don't need to be putting mad stuff and chemicals and products up your vagina, right? For my girls that, you know, like shave or wax and stuff, that's very important to do every 4 weeks, 6 weeks, okay? Period. I like to go to the European Wax Center and get mine waxed. When I say wax, I mean everything just off. Not everybody likes that. Some people are scared of doing waxing, but honestly, beauty is pain, honey. Beauty is pain. You gotta just do what you gotta do. And yeah, that first time might hurt a little, but after a while, like once you consistently go, the hair is gonna get thinner and thinner, so it's not gonna be as much if you go regularly, at least. But yeah, that's something I like to do as a part of just like my maintenance of down there, and just having really nice perfumes. Like I just did a video about perfumes and stuff like that. I understand not everyone likes to wear perfumes outside, but even just while you're in your house wearing perfumes, finding a really nice deodorant that you like, putting that on, finding your favorite lotion and your favorite body scrub to put on, like just things that, like, you know, you're taking care. That's a part of self-care. You taking care of yourself, you lotioning your body, you smelling good and like feeling confident in yourself really starts with your hygiene and how you keep up yourself and stuff like that. Especially when you're in a state where you're doing so much that you kind of forget. That's happened to me before, where like I have so much stuff going on, or I'm not really feeling myself, and I kind of let myself, like, not let myself go completely, but like, you know, just not keeping up with the stuff that you would normally do. And you kind of just have to get back on it. Like, all right, let me go get my hair done. Yes, I wear hijab, but let me go wash my hair. Let me go get it braided. Let me go get my feet done. Let me go get a wax. Let me go, you know, just do something, get a facial. Like I just booked a facial for next week, so I might do a maintenance vlog for y'all and take y'all through like the things that I like to do and stuff like that. But yeah, so it's really just about remembering that like self-care is what keeps you confident and just keeps you up and feeling good about yourself. So feminine hygiene is a must, girlies. Like, it's a must, just getting it together. And if y'all want to know more about that, or like products I like to use, I'm open to doing a video like that, so let me know in the comments. But yeah, those are all the topics I had today. Of course, I could talk forever, but I didn't want to make this video way too long. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing this actually, and I hope to do it again in the future. So let me know any topics that you guys might want to hear from me for the next one, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.